like that time Alphen threw darts at a burglar, and then kicked a tomato over to a phone, which knocked a cop into a man in a tuxedo, which caused a wizard to throw an axe across the room. I don't know why, it just did. Can't do a damn thing about it, man. Can't do it. How you doing? Even now, I can't help but think if I had stopped my friend from going to the plaza that day. That day style as well. This monument is to memorialize the events of 1 year ago. No one wants to remember it, but we mustn't let ourselves forget. Forget. We must not forget the death and suffering that flooded these lands. Can't do it, dude. We must not forget such things, right, sir? It always makes me proud seeing that flag of ours up there where Almadrea once flew. How you doing, man? The plaza back there has been closed for a while, being where it is. Even Renans aren't allowed in. Yeah. I heard Mitch snuck in there one day and got berated by the authorities. True story. Each new stall that opens represents another step forward in reconstruction. Okay. Pretty sweet. How you doing? I sleep better these days now that the noise from the windmill has died down. That's because the wind has been calmer than it once was. We get fewer dust storms too, thank goodness. Dust. I can't jump into the empty fountain. Kinda sucks. Hello there, sir. It's been a while since I was last here, so I'm surprised I never thought the city could recover from that dilapidated state. We made it this far because the whole community came together. It wasn't easy. Sure it wasn't. I'm sure it was not. Hope we can go into the Darkwing headquarters. How you doing? Whoa, the blazing sword? For real? Cool!
Settle down, Beavis.
Bifon's awful tired lately. I get it, though. Things being as they are, we've got to do what we can to lighten his load. Yeah, one of the things I like about this game is it shows a check mark if you've already talked to someone. Kind of how in The Legend of Heroes, it darkens the speech symbol if you've already talked to someone. It's kind of a nice little touch. Things have been crazy around here since all the Renans moved in. Renan style, even. I just want to live out my days in peace. And not pieces, am I right? Hello there, sir. Reconstruction's been slow, but look at all this progress. Fingers crossed it doesn't get all destroyed again. Hopefully not. Hopefully not. How you doing? Have you heard about the newly discovered mausoleum? We keep hearing about this, whatever it may be. I hope it doesn't give the Bright Eyes any strange ideas. Renan ruins? What a joke. The blazing sword should raze them all to the ground. I don't know about all that. Rapig meat. Rapig meat, even. The meat of a rapig, a rare delicacy these days. Nevertheless, its taste and texture can make it addictive for those brave enough to try it. You damn right, man. You damn freaking right. We have, like, no accessories for some reason. What is up with that, dude? We got all these recipes, but we can't do anything with it right now because we're pool experts. So, that's how that goes. You go in here? We can! We are so cool! We're like the coolest people that ever lived. In case you weren't aware. How you doing? Even though they're disarmed, they can still use astral arts. Push comes to shove, we'll have to use our weapons too. Hope it doesn't come to that. Tired of fighting. Yeah, well. How you doing? You. After this, you and I will patrol the area to make sure there are no more conflicts. I think it must be difficult on the Renan side, too. It sure isn't an easy job. You can't run in here. What? Can't do it, man. How you doing? Nice face mask you got there. It almost looks like facial hair. Since the collapse of Lenegus, it appears that the Zeugles no longer obey the Renans. But thanks to that, their strength has dropped significantly. Things would have been a lot different if it weren't for that. Probably. How you doing? Want to know more about the city? I can tell you what I know if you like. Okay. About reconstruction in Niez. Looks different than it did a year ago, huh? Everyone came together to repair the damaged houses. The violent winds that used to blow all year have calmed down, too. So it's nice not being covered in sand. I would think so. It's on hold right now, but reconstruction outside the city is making headway. Everyone wants to heal the scars from the fighting. But there are fewer residents and not enough supplies, not to mention the problems with the Renans. We're honestly at a standstill. Need something else? About the Renans here. You know how Lenegus was destroyed during the merging of the worlds? That's why Renans who lost their homes came here. Some wanted to kick them out, but Bifon insisted it was an emergency and let them in. He said fewer residents mean there are lots of empty houses anyway. How ironic, huh? But since the town's been divided in two, people on both sides are complaining like John, and everyone's on edge. Need something else? About the Darkwings. As I'm sure you know, the original purpose of the Darkwings as an organization was to fight the Lord and her subordinates. Of course, infamously, the Darkwings in the Tales series are usually like thieves. Once Renan rule ended, everything transitioned to Mahag Sar's autonomous organization, much like everything else. It's our job to defend and rebuild the city, deal with citizens' complaints, and do just about anything else you can think of. And take care of the Renans living in the city. It might sound weird, but they're residents now, too. Resident evil, too. As fair as possible, without needless violence, is our motto, out of consideration for everything that happened in the past. About the merging of the worlds. As you know better than anyone, it was a year ago that Dana and Rena merged into one. Kind of similar to Tales of Symphonia. Since then, strange flowers have been blooming. Oddly shaped mausoleum buildings appeared, and there have been these sparkling lights. Oh. On top of that, there's a ton of the hollowing, and some land that's become unusable. Some say the only difference is that Rena and Lenegus disappeared from the sky, but we're obviously in a different world than before, basically. Nah, I think I'm good. Stop by again anytime. I shall. How you doing? Bifon seems to be tired these days. I wonder why. He said the reconstruction is going well. Bifon, even. How you doing? There's people in here. I wonder how Danans and Renans can get along like they do in Menancia. You need to be patient. Even for us, it didn't happen overnight. Policeman style. How you doing, sir? Despite the Renans moving in, the Darkwings have become far less Far less united. I know there's some good Renans, but it's hard to tell them apart. I'm not sure if it's worth taking the risk of accepting them. Oh boy. You might want to just calm down, sir. I'm reading a Renan book, and it says that it's important to start by getting to know the other person. Well, yeah. The way they think is so different from us. It's no surprise we can't understand each other. Understand each other. Alphan style, even. But quest clear. Alright. Nah, we can run out here, though. To our heart's content. That sparkling stuff dancing in the air is astral energy, right? Yeah, they say that when Dana and Rena merged, it was supposed to become part of the world, too. But those mausoleums are in the way, so that's why it's hanging in the air like that. I bet that's gonna be a thing. Hope it doesn't have any weird effects. It's already irritating my eyes. There's nothing I can do about that. If the rumors are true, we're gonna have to do something about the mausoleums. But I don't even want to get close to one, if I'm honest. That's a shame. How you doing? Hey, you're the Blazing Sword! Welcome! How you doing? We're doing all we can to advance the reconstruction efforts here, but the problems are non-stop. Problem drinkers, even. Problems. How you doing, sir? He's hanging out over here. Crossing the bridge will take you to the Renan residential corridor, but I wouldn't go there unless you have to. Don't tell me where I should or shouldn't go. I can go wherever I want. I'm the Blazing Frickin' Sword, ma'am. In. Let's go in the inn. Who's going
Looks like we get to sleep with a roof over our heads.
There's a classic line we haven't heard since the original game. The main story. How you doing? I thought I could finally settle down in my own house now, but it's getting noisy again after the Renans came. Maybe it would have been better if the two worlds hadn't merged at all. That's not true. That's not true! So get your facts straight. The Blazing Sword doesn't make mistakes. Yes, he does. He makes a lot of mistakes, as a matter of fact. Since the Renans came, allocating houses has become a pain in the ass again. They always have something to complain about. The houses we prepared for them. That's too bad. That is too bad, so sad. How you doing? Just when we finally got rid of all the bright eyes, now they're back strutting around like they own the place. I can't take it. Now that the city's rebuilt, the evacuees that live upstairs have left. There's now a storage room for supplies that we're not allowed in. Also, you can't jump indoors. That's just the rules. What we got here? Welcome. Interested in picking up a new weapon while you're here? We don't know. Craft a weapon. We don't have these. Oh, these are actually better weapons. They do the same. Of course, you need the materials for them. Which we don't have any of these materials. Look at that thing. It's like a freaking cannon. But we don't have the materials for them. Sucks, dude. Yep, that one. We just need a Bizarre Mega Core and we could get that. Which would be a nice upgrade. Oh, we can get this. Oh, my phone has 20% battery left. That's no good. We get black iron gauntlets. Takes a sturdy megabone and a lustrous astral crystal. Tempered iron gauntlets built for extremely close combat. After numerous enhancements, the ultra-hardened fists shine with a faint sheen. Cool. I think art strength up by 9 and penetration down by 6. Yay! That's a nice little upgrade. Reconstruction's far from over, so I've got my hands plenty full.
I'm impressed how well balanced this thing is.
Settle down, dude. Metal engraver. Need me to make something? I just need a little ore, that's all. Craft accessory. Oh, we don't have any accessories, so it's like we can make some of these things. Magic emblem. Increases elemental attack by 15%. Yay! Resist ring. Takes an inhibitor to that took an astral ore. Resist ring takes an inhibitor crystal. Decreases damage taken from all elemental attacks by 20%. And Protect Ring, which takes Scaled Crystal. Reduces physical attack damage by 20%. I'll take one of those. Oh, I actually got some accessories. Enhance any of these? Astral Ore. Enhancement complete, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. See you around.
Whoa, this is amazing.
You always get excited when you find something good.
We should hurry and get this stuff processed.
Alright. Accessory. Physical damage down by 20%. Give you that. You can have the elemental attack up. You can have resist ring. Since you are kind of the tank of the game, so it makes sense. Oh wait, I want to Okay. What do you... Store clerk. You know, I have a clerk outfit I could wear. Welcome, have a look at our selection. Got a bunch of stuff. Oh, you can actually buy materials, but I'm not too concerned with doing such shenanigans. We'll be getting those from fights and stuff, so... As reconstruction progresses, trade is gradually becoming more more preposterous, more prosperous. That would have been a completely different statement. That means our shelves are better stocked too. Cool. We still don't have a lot of amenities here, but if you need a place to rest, I can provide that much at least. Okay. Cook before resting, sure. We can cook. We can cook, 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 we can cook. Roasted chicken. A whole chicken that's been thoroughly roasted inside and out. Succulent juices drip from the meat once the skin has been peeled off. Takes chicken and pepper. Cooking effect a dark mark. Makes you easier to detect when making contact with enemy icons. Yeah. Cooking effect up by 15%. We're gonna have roasted chicken. It's gonna be awesome.
This is great. The taste and aroma will blow everyone away.
Nice. Now that's a chicken, ladies and gentlemen. For 10 minutes. Chicken. Everybody likes chicken. Except for Nufi Bonga. I want to improve the inn to attract more guests, but that's easier said than done given the current state of Niez. Indeed. Whee! We slept at the inn and it was cool. After the Renans arrived, it's like the city was split in two. We can't rely on the Darkwings, so what are we to do? That rhymed. I wish the Darkwings were stronger and looked after us like they did back when Deadheim was around. Oh yeah, that guy. We had to take that guy down, didn't we? If I remember correctly. That's enough talk about Deadheim. Have you forgotten what happened a year ago? How you doing? Remember when Alphen couldn't feel pain? That was a fun time. Why can't we cross the bridge? Because some scary people will do bad things to us. Come now. Let's go play inside. Inside the outside, as a matter of fact. Inside to the outside. What do we got? Manted Claw. The Mandible Claw! A huge sight that seems molded from dark astral energy itself. It cuts through steel like butter, making a mockery of whetstones everywhere.
What's this thing?
How you doing, sir? How are you doing, sir? How are you doing, sir? See that band of dust that stretches across the sky? They say that's all that remains of Lenegus. That's too bad. Too bad. So freaking sad. Too bad the damn Bright Eyes didn't get turned to dust along with it. If they had, none of this... Wow. That's not very nice. Woo! What a jerk. Hate that guy. How you doing? This bridge is the border between the Danon and Renan residential quarters. Don't go crossing it unless you need to. Which we do. I'm here to ensure no Danons enter the Renan residential quarter. This is our city, so it doesn't make any sense, but we have no choice if we want to avoid more trouble. Yeah. Trouble style. Trouble, 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 trouble. I'm worried sick that Renans may cause another uproar. Yeah. This is the edge of the Renan residential corridor. No Renans are allowed beyond this point. No Roger! I mean, what? I didn't say that. Uh-oh.
It's good to see you guys, but with the city being so on edge, it's hard to relax.
The Renans and Danons here don't trust each other. This place is a far cry from Vicente.
What about Pelagian? You took in most of the refugees from Lenegus, didn't you?
I've settled them on different levels of the city, so contact between the two cultures is minimal.
Better to gather all the Renans in one place to avoid unnecessary conflicts, huh?
And with the Lord guy here in charge, no one can do anything too crazy.
Come on. He's carrying out his duties as the Renan representative.
But if that's true, are you sure it's okay to leave the city?
Fortunately, I have people there I can rely on. Leaving for a short while shouldn't be a problem.
And Kisara, you're the captain of those new troops in Vicente, right?
That's right, the Service Corps. We're made up of former members of the Guard and armored soldiers. We serve as the people's shield in the new era. I'm not used to teaching so many new recruits, but I'm managing somehow.
Rinwell, you're in Vicente too, aren't you? Is your nose still stuck in a book all the time?
Yep. There are too many books to read, so I always end up cooped up at home.
Hey, you go out sometimes, like when you're investigating the ruins.
You seem to know a lot about it.
Oh, not really. It's just that sometimes I guard caravans as part of the Crimson Crows, you know? So whenever I stop by Vicente, I pop in to help with stuff. Anyway, What have you been up to, Alphen?
Are you and Shion still traveling around as usual?
Yeah, I don't feel ready to settle down in one place just yet. Shion?
Sorry. It's been a while, but it doesn't feel like anyone's changed, you know?
You're right. It really feels like the old days.
I know we've got a lot of catching up to do, but Nazamiel must be getting bored by now.
You're right. Sorry, Nazamiel.
I don't mind. I wonder what the Renans here were doing when Nazamiel was being chased down. She doesn't seem too excited to see them.
You think they had something to do with it?
I'm not sure. It's possible.
What a nice breeze. I bet laundry would dry in a jiffy.
For sure. To be honest, I never really liked how windy it is here, but if I think of it as drying people's laundry, it's a little easier to see it in a positive light.
Indeed. Kisara has always had a knack for finding the positive, even in everyday things.
I was just sharing a thought I had. That's all.
And now, Job Search, a public service to help the unemployed find jobs. Well, I'm upwardly mobile. I just completed 2 semesters of job training school with a degree. Coming. Dun, 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 dun. Alright, good times. Woo! Spirit Tail. 6 of them. A Boomy's tail, complete with a bulb-like appendage. Its light-emitting properties can be exploited for some unique equipment.
What's this thing?
What's this thing? What was that noise? Oh, that centers the camera. That's what that button does. Dark mark. Whee! We're jumping! We're jumping for joy, even! Rinwell style. Like that time Rinwell appeared in a collab event for another Eden. That was a good time. Whoa! Doalim, everybody knows it's Doalim. Okay. Not fooling around, man. We got some stuff to be doing. Alright. What you doing? Who's that? I know you. You're Alphen, the Blazing Sword, destroyer of Lenegus. Oh, yeah? Sure about that? It's because of you that our lives were turned upside down. Did you come here to rub it in our faces? Well...
So from the Renan's perspective, I'm some kind of terrible destroyer.
Accepting their definition ignores all the good you've done. Don't forget what you were fighting for.
They don't like me. What? What a jerk. Ain't that guy? Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba. How you doing? The supplies the Danon shared with us are dwindling. They must be holding them back just to flex their authority over us. Yeah, that's what they're doing. Freaking idiot. Lord Dolim preaches about coexistence with Danons, but it sure doesn't seem like that's what the Danons want.
A year ago, on Lenegus, I called for solidarity. However, things have not gone as I had hoped.
The divisions brought by class and race are similar, but not quite the same.
Basically. How you doing? Why do we gotta suck up to the embeddeds? They're slaves! You must be patient. Our opportunity will come. Once it does, our roles will be reversed once more. Yeah, it's not gonna happen. Hate to break it to you, man. 3 pork! Pork, 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 pork! Pig meat. As scrumptious as it is fatty, it has to be cooked thoroughly at a high enough temperature before it can be safely eaten. You know what I'm talking about? The supplies we brought from Lenegis are close to drained. We are running out of ways to support ourselves on our own, having to rely on the mercy of lowly embeddeds. You might want to calm down, sir, alright? There's a landslide up ahead that's going to take some time to clear. Oh, yeah? In other words, that's just your excuse for not letting us go there. Freaking pervert. Hey, it's a kid! The blazing sword? Oh no! Oh no! Someone help! Oh, okay. If you say so, man. They've shared their food and residences with us. Perhaps we should show more gratitude to the Tannins. Keep your voice down. You don't want the wrong people hearing you talk like that. Alright. Wait, are you guys... Please, it took so long for us to make it this far. I beg of you, don't force us out again. I would never. Not a million years. The Renan's residential quarters starts here. Don't dally about it. Oh, okay. Like that time Mitch ate some spaghetti with a pretzel, and then threw a baseball at a dartboard, and then threw a piece of cheese at a DVD, and then stabbed a wizard, and took his sandwich away with a pair of chopsticks, and broke a camera with a hammer, and then spilled a drink on a man in a tuxedo during a thunderstorm, and then took a picture of it. What a jerk. Why would he do all those horrible things? Just don't get it. I just don't get it. That band across the sky is a constant reminder that our Lenegis is lost forever. Forever style, even. Forever and ever. Oh, how I wish we could return there. Uh-oh. Something's gonna happen.
Nazamil? What are you doing back here?
Away with you! You don't belong here. How many times do we have to say it?
How could you say such a thing? She's a Renan just like you, and a child at that.
If it isn't the blazing sword,
Look
the
at his
very
dirty
person who
face.
destroyed our society, you're one to talk.
You Renans value lineage and social standing, don't you? Nazamil is the daughter of a lord.
Her father was a lord, yes. He was the esteemed Lord Urwagil Hildress, the former Water Lord.
Urwagil, the lord who preceded Volron.
Ah.
But that girl's mother is just some embedded nobody!
Her mother is a Danon?
The blood of a glorious lord mixed with that of a lowly slave. It's repugnant.
That girl is no Renan. Every one of us here agrees on that.
How'd you clean your face, sir?
Hey! Bastards just spewed their hatred and left.
A child with both Danon and Renan blood. Is that even possible?
In the old world, I'd heard rumors that it happened on rare occasions, but not of any children that reached her age.
You knew this would happen, didn't you? Why didn't you say something, even though you knew it would be painful?
It was too much to explain, and I'm in no pain.
But it's wrong to judge someone because of how they were born.
Let's go back to look for Bayfon. It's better than staying here.
Aphon style.
You said you weren't in any pain, but is that really true?
Why do you ask?
Is it possible you just got used to the pain?
I can't remember.
Oh, okay. So now I want to go back over here, like some kind of pool expert. I heard that Nazamil was born to Lord Uraragul when he arrived on Dana as an attendant. After that, he took her back to Lenegis. I don't know if it's because she was unusual or something, but I don't think it was a wise move. Your face
So
isn't
Urwagil's
a wise
daughter.
move.
Did you know him?
We were acquaintances, but we never saw eye to eye.
All this stuff is awful compared to what we used to be able to get back on Lenegis. How you doing? There's talk that Alphen, the Blazing Sword, is in town, as he's standing right next to you. But, you know, whatever, man. Whatever you gotta do. Whatever stops the tears at night and such. The destroyer that robbed us of our home. Is he here to threaten us further? He's gonna threaten you like a sheriff. It's a true pity to see the statue of Lord Almadrea in such a state of disrepair. Can nothing be done about it, I wonder? It has no head. Whoa. Hey, have you heard about that girl Nazamil? Nazamil. Shush, don't even say her name. Our Renan lineage must be protected with the utmost caution. Oh yeah, sir. You know you talk about, man. You know you talk about. How you doing? No one's allowed past here, especially Renans. Get it? Okay. You might want to just calm down, you know? Calm with thyself and such. How you doing? Alright, we want to go back over here. Whee! Nintendo Wii! Uh-oh. I didn't even make it there. Something's already happening. Hey, Blazing Sword. How you doing? You know, I have a name, you jerks. I heard you were spotted in the area, so I came to get you. You're here to see Bayfon, right? I suppose I am. Yes. Sarah Key went live. About the mausoleum. Great to hear. It's a relief that we found it, but clearing it out is a bit of a tall order for the likes of us. That's a shame. That sparkling stuff in the air is because of the mausoleums, isn't it? I heard it's astral energy, but what an eyesore.
Yeah.
It's astral energy left over from when the twin worlds merged. Normally it would be absorbed into matter, but the mausoleums are preventing that from happening. Because of that, Dana and Rena aren't able to fully merge into one. Pretty soon this place is going to be bad as Beaver City. That isn't what mausoleums were intended for, and who knows what kinds of effects it could cause if left unchecked. That's why this past year we've been traveling around and sealing every mausoleum we can find. They're machines from the original Rena, aren't they? Don't much care for the sound of that. Basically. It's way above my head, but for now, it's good to know you're on top of it. Bifon is in the residential quarter on our side of town. Go pay him a visit. That's what I was trying to do until you stopped me and freaking flapped your gums for 10 minutes. Crap bastard. Hate that freaking guy. How you doing? Bifon is in the residential quarter on our side of town. Go pay him a visit. That's what I'm doing! Leave me alone! The people on the other side of the bridge do bad stuff? Yes, it's just how they are. Come on. Play with your friends over on this side. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. As you can see, the city's been divided in two ever since the Renans came. We felt bad and allowed them to live here, but I don't know if that was the right decision. Decision. Do you have any idea who that is with you? That's the daughter of a lord. So? What's your point, sir? You freaking pecker. We don't have enough people or supplies, and reconstruction outside of the city is floundering. Floundering, even. On top of that, we gotta babysit Renans. I sometimes wonder how long things can continue like this. Beyond the Dawn style, even. Disarmament was supposedly a condition for the Renans to live here, but are we sure they can be trusted? Their attitudes certainly don't suggest as such. Better to be safe than sorry. Da-da-da-da-da.